This is the Electronic Church of God, Arizona, presenting the Lord's Care Ministry, provided by James Berg, narrated by Forrest Grote. Thank you. Welcome to the Electronic Church of God of Arizona and the Lord's Care Ministry. Today is the first work day of the week the pagans call the Day of the Sun or Sunday. We are January 13th of the year 2013. Well, brethren, let's get right on over into the Lord's Care Ministry. Knowledge and light for your daily walk. Day 13 of the year 2013. Brethren, I suggest you write the chapter and verses down that we give you here so you go back and study the whole context at your own leisure. You can use the pause button down below this video to start and stop this little study as we go along so that you can open up your own Bible. Read chapter and verse right along with us. That way you should get much more out of it. And also you'll see we're not trying to pull your leg. Well, brethren, with that, let's get right into Knowledge Gives Light for your daily walk. And we're going to start reading in Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on there. Here you will find in the Bible that perfect means complete. Now let's go into Psalms chapter 55 and verse 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteousness to be moved. Isaiah chapter 12 and verse 2 reads, I will trust and not be afraid, for the Lord Jehovah is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. Matthew chapter 8 and verse 26. Why are you fearful, O ye of little faith? Now Philippians chapter 4 and verses 6 through 7. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which is passing all understanding, shall keep your hearts and mind through Christ Jesus. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 15. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 17. The effect of righteousness shall be quietness and assurance forever. Now in John chapter 14 and verse 27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world is giving, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 4. Peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 26. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Matthew chapter 18 verses 15 and 21 through 22. If thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his faults between you and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Lord, How oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Mark chapter 11, verse 25. When you stand praying, forgive, if you have aught against any, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive your trespasses. Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 through 13. Put on, therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels and mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind and meekness, long-suffering, forbearing one another, and forgiving one another. If any man has a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do you. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 32. Be you kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. The apostles said unto the Lord, increase your faith. That is in Luke chapter 17 and verse 5. Almighty God, speed your gospel around the world. Gospel, brethren, means good news. That all nations may soon have heard its glorious message. And may your strayed flock come back to the one field, your heart, and to the one shepherd, your only begotten Son. Knowledge is the light that comes from God, not from the traditions of men. Father of lights, in 1 John chapter 1 and verse 5, God is light. In him there is no darkness at all. You could also read that verse as God is knowledge. In him there is no ignorance at all. Brethren, in God's word only do we trust, never in the tradition of men. Beware the tradition of men that make void the word of God. Tradition of men makes this day of the sun or Sunday. They use it to worship the Holy Father. But who are they worshiping? It is Satan's day. Check it throughout your Bible. Sunday is a work day throughout your Bible. The Lord says it's a work day throughout your Bible. The day of worship is the 7th day of the week. And that 7th day is the Sabbath, or what our pagan calendar calls Saturday. Don't believe me? Check your Bible. Brethren, if you want to see the kingdom and have holy salvation, eternal salvation with the Lord, get down on your knees and repent for following the tradition of men. Ask the Father and the Son to bring their Spirit into you, to drive away all doubt, show you the way of life that they have set up for you. Strengthen your faith in the Father and Jesus Christ. And brethren, while you're on your knees asking for forgiveness for following the tradition of men, also ask for the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of that love letter he has sent to you. And that love letter is your own Bible. Well, brethren, with that, we're going to close for today. You all have a great and wonderful day. I know I will. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.